Keep on dancing, Jim Larranaga. Get down with your bad self. Oh, yeah, 73 years old, 73 years young. And look at him vibing right there. The kids love it. The swag, he gets it. Jim Larranaga, the third head coach to make 3 Elite Eights as a 5 seed or worse. Joining the late, great John Chaney and Tom Izzo, Jim Larranaga dancing, moving on to the Elite Eight.
Okay, we are ready to begin our news conference with the Miami Hurricanes and Coach Jim Larranaga. Coach has brought 4 student athletes with him tonight. Isaiah Wong, Jordan Miller, Norchad O'Meara, and Nigel Pack. Coach, congratulations on your victory and welcome back to the Elite Eight.
Well, thank you. Am I supposed to make an opening statement?
Yes, sir. If you could tell us about your thoughts on that tonight.
First of all, we have the utmost respect for Houston, especially their ability to defend, force turnovers, rebound. We use the expression that on defense you need to be omnipresent. You need to be everywhere all at once. And in watching tapes on Houston, I think they did that. They've done that throughout the year. So in preparation for the game, we really emphasize like sharing the ball and finding the open man. And I'm sorry, my phone is ringing. I'll stop it. We emphasized moving the ball and finding the open man, and the guys did such a fantastic job from start to finish. We only ended up with 6 turnovers. So that's the name of the game, and we tied them in rebounding. So a great performance by our guys. These 4 plus Wooger in our start lineup. The guys off the bench did a great job, and we're very, very happy to be back in the Elite Eight for the 2nd year in a row.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Let's go to questions for anyone on stage now. I think we have several hands on both sides. Here on the left side, extreme left.
Myron Metcalf, ESPN. Jim, you reached the Elite Eight for the 2nd year in a row after the women's team reaches it for the first time. Does that mean Miami is now a basketball school?
Yeah, here's what I would tell you. I've heard people that describe schools as football schools, basketball schools, whatever. My opinion is we're a great academic institution. You know, one of the top 50 schools in the country. It's a private school with an absolutely awesome campus. And I was in the lobby last week with our cheerleaders and dance team. They were all studying. They're great students. These guys are all students. We're graduating all our guys. So I don't look at it that way. Our football team has won 5 national championships. Our baseball team has won 4. I think we got a great athletic department and great leadership in the administration. Our AD, Dan Radakovich, the administrators in the president's office, they do a great job of providing us the resources to be competitive. And I'm so proud of Katie Meyer and her staff because they did an amazing job. They not only beat Indiana, they beat Indiana at Indiana and the #1 seed. So, you know, hats off to both men and women's basketball programs.
Let's go on our right.
Hey, Coach. Luke Cheney with Lifehold Sports. Can you just talk about the performance that Nigel Pack had tonight?
Yeah, it was a joke. He was ridiculous. I don't know how far those shots are, but I've told people say to me, what do you say when he misses one of those long shots? And what I say is keep shooting. The guy is a great shooter. These guys are great offensive players. At one of the timeouts, I just said to Coach Courtney, we got to just keep scoring because these guys are tough. They're going to score. They're driving the ball to the basket. I was very concerned about Nigel getting in foul trouble. I took him out very early in the second half because they were just attacking the rim. And I didn't want him picking up a second and a third foul. And then eventually he ended up with 4, but he was able to stay in the game, and he had a sensational game.
Okay, let's go on the left toward the back.
Nigel David Smale with Field Level Media. It's not your first time in this arena. 7 for 10 from 3-point range. Was familiarity any part of that, or you just have it on tonight?
Yeah, it's just a blessing to be back in this arena for sure. My teammates found me early and got me going, and they instilled confidence in me from the jump ball. And they kept feeding me and telling me to shoot the ball, and I shot it with a lot of confidence, and they were able to go in. Obviously, it feels good to play in this arena again, but it was all for my teammates. If they weren't out here with me helping me, I wouldn't have the game I had today.
We'll stay on the left toward the front.
Okay. Jordan, Michelle Kaufman, Miami Herald. Do you think that there was so much talk about Houston's defense? Did you guys feel like maybe your defense is, people never talk about Miami's defense, they just talk about the offense. Do you think that you guys had something to prove defensively, or that you just were underappreciated on the defensive end?
I wouldn't say underappreciated. I feel like we play a certain style that it's hard to prep for. When we play teams in the ACC, we usually play them once or twice, So that second time they're familiar, games are usually closer, but we know we kind of have an advantage when it's the first time we play a team. Again, though, credit to Houston. They played hard, but we just found a way to pull this one out. We had a lead, and we just didn't want to give it up.
Okay, now on the right.
Chris DeMond, the Miami Hurricane. Norchad, all week we kind of heard about Houston's physicality, but particularly on the offensive boards. But today the Canes had 35 rebounds, the same as Houston. How were you able to kind of match Houston's physicality down in the paint?
You see, you got to give them credit, because they're a really physical team. But I think that, yes, so we got to worry about them. They got to worry about us too, because I don't know if they, they thought about Miami that we are not physical, but I think I'm pretty physical. I love the physicality, and I think my teammates too. So I think they got to worry about us too, just like how we got to worry about them. But credit to Houston.
Swing to the left.
Josh ChriswellCrown.com. Jim, kind of going off that question, Houston had fourth highest offensive rebounding percentage in the country heading into tonight. Just what did you see as the biggest key to sort of taking away that strength tonight?
Can you repeat the question? I want to be sure I understand it correctly.
Yeah, just with Houston coming in as one of their biggest strengths being offensive rebounding, what did you see as you guys' biggest key to kind of eliminating that tonight?
Last night in our team meeting, we put a 3-second lane in the video room, and then we packed everybody in it. And I told them to beat Houston, we got to have 5 guys in the paint. Everybody's got to block out, and everybody's got to rebound. And then the guys left the meeting and got on the elevator. They packed 12 guys into the elevator, and it got stuck. And it took a half hour for the firemen to get them out of there. And I just told them today at our shoot-around, hey, our defense was too stretched out. You guys got to be in the paint like you were in the elevator yesterday. And they did that.
Reminder to media on Zoom, if you have a question, please use the raise your hand feature, and we will get the microphone to you as we say. Okay, next question in the back in front of the TV camera.
Yeah, this is one for Jim and one for Jordan or any player that cared to respond. Jim, what was the name of the dance in the locker room that you were doing? And could one of you guys, Jordan, maybe just kind of evaluate your coach's dancing skills?
I'm not evaluating it, but I can tell you the song. It's by the Commodores. It's called Night Shift. And it's kind of in memory of Marvin Gaye. And so I listen to it all the time. My wife is tired of me playing it.
Do you want Jordan to answer that?
Yeah, I think we can agree it was like an A, not an A+. It was a little stiff, but he's still very mobile for his age. And
what do you mean for my age?
Yeah, so, but it was great. We were all hyped up. We love when Coach O dances. That's probably the best celebration, we could look forward to. No offense, Coach.
Okay, I think we have a question here on the left side.
Here? Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah.
Nigel, I wanted to ask you, did you guys watch the women's game together and everything? And did that victory kind of get you guys in a winning mood? This is the biggest day in UM basketball history, period.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were all in our separate rooms getting prepared for our games, but I know for sure me and Norchad had the game on in our room, and we were cheering them on. I'm pretty sure the rest of the guys did as well. It was really fun and entertaining to watch their game. Seeing them beat Villanova when they were expected to lose make the Elite Eight for the first time in their program history is something that people didn't think about when the beginning of the year. So it's a really good accomplishment for them. They know they still have a lot of work to do, and we do as well. But right now we're gonna celebrate together.
We have a little bit less than 4 minutes to go in this interview session. Here on the aisle next.
Jordan, your team had that run that extended the lead from 3 to 17 in the second half. Just what do you think was the key to that run?
We just wanted it really bad. We came to this game as the underdogs. We had a lead throughout the whole game. I wouldn't say a comfortable lead, but a lead, and we just didn't want to let up. And I think we did a good job executing. I think we did a good job getting stops, rebounds. Really, what the game plan the coaches came up with, I think we really executed it to a T. I think that's why we were successful.
I think we have a question on Zoom. Alfred, you want to go to them?
This will be Charles. Please unmute yourself. Identify your affiliation and ask your question.
Zuby Charles from Kane Sport. I just wanted to ask Norchad about the ankle in the second half. He kind of went down for a few seconds. Just wanted to see, how that feels and how you're moving forward.
Well, I'm good, thanks God. We have the best in the country taking care of me, so I ain't worried. Sam Johnson. I'm gonna go get some treatment. I just get a little scared, I didn't want to get hurt again, so I went down just to prevent it. But I'm good, thanks God.
Closing questions now will go on the left side.
So no more one seeds. They're done. First time no one seeds have reached the Elite Eight since seeding began in 1979. Purdue, see you later. FDU in the first round. Kansas knocked out by Arkansas. And then on this night, Alabama and Houston knocked out. And Houston was trying to write the fairy tale story of get to their hometown and win a national championship. That ain't going to happen. It's going to be somebody else in the field because no number ones are still standing. Coming up, full highlights, reaction to another wild night in the NCAA tournament. Keep it locked.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.